I used to think love would feel clear. Like, when you know, right? But with him, it was all fog. We met at a friend's birthday. He made a dumb joke, I rolled my eyes, and somehow we were inseparable by the end of the night. We started texting the next day, every day, for hours. It felt so easy, so real. A week later, we went for a walk, at midnight. We talked about our fears, dreams, our childhoods. It felt like the beginning of something. But he never called it that. He never called it anything. I brushed it off. It's new, no pressure. Then a month passed, then 2. We were kissing, sleeping next to each other, holding hands under tables. But still, no label. So I asked him, "Are we seeing other people?" He looked at me like I was being too intense. He said, "I mean, I'm not seeing anyone else, but I like what we have, let's just keep it chill." I should have left then. But instead I told myself, maybe he's scared, maybe he's been hurt before, maybe I need to prove I'm safe. So I tried harder. I cooked for him, wrote him little notes, learned the names of his coworkers, remembered his coffee order, celebrated his wins, listened to his vents, held space for his feelings, even when he forgot mine existed. And sometimes, he made it worth it. Like the time he kissed my forehead when I was crying about my dog, or when he sent me voice notes because he missed my laugh. He always gave me just enough to stay, but never enough to feel safe. I remember once we were lying in bed, and I told him I felt confused, that I didn't know where I stood. And he said, "Why do we need to label it? Isn't this nice?" Nice. That word haunted me, because it wasn't nice when he'd ghosted me for 3 days. Wasn't nice when I saw him flirting at parties and had no right to be upset. Wasn't nice when I started doubting my own worth because he wouldn't claim me, but also wouldn't let me go. It was never nice. It was convenient. For him. And I stayed. Because I thought maybe next month, maybe if I play it cool enough, maybe if I never ask for too much. 2 years. I gave him 2 years of emotional intimacy, loyalty, and quiet pain. All for the hope that one day, he'd wake up and realize he loved me too much to lose me. That day never came. But the day that broke me did. We were at a party. One of his friends, drunk, loud, asked, "Yo, is that your girl?" And he shrugged, looked right at me and said, "We're just chill, she's cool." I laughed out loud. Not because it was funny, but because if I didn't laugh, I would have screamed. That night, I didn't sleep. I stared at the ceiling thinking, how did I become someone so easy to ignore? The next morning, he texted, "Last night was fun, smiley face." And that was the last message I ever replied to. Actually, I didn't reply at all. For the first time in 2 years, I chose silence. I didn't explain. Didn't cry in his texts. Didn't beg for clarity. I just left. And the silence? It was brutal at first. Like quitting a drug. But slowly, it felt like breathing. He messaged a few times. Heart emojis, old inside jokes. Once he even sent a song we used to fall asleep to. But I didn't answer, because I realized, if someone loves you, you don't have to remind them you exist. And if you do, that's not love. That's survival. So no, I wasn't his girl. I was just the girl who waited too long to stop proving her worth to someone who never deserved it. But I've learned. Now I want love that's loud. Love that claims me, shows up, calls back. Not love that makes me guess or shrink or settle. If you're in something that feels like almost, I hope you walk away before you forget who you were before you started waiting. Because we deserve more than almost. We deserve all of it.